Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. You know, I was thinking lately, I think I need some lockable storage for the Toyota Tacoma. So I did a little bit of research, and there are several options out there, a couple pretty cool that you can do to be able to lock things into the Toyota Tacoma. But first, one more remote start test for those that said I didn't do it the right way. First of all, we're going to hit it 3 times. And hold, which I'm doing, and nothing's happening. Now we're going to hit it 4 times, holding on the 4th. Which I'm doing, and nothing's happening. So no, not all Toyota Tacomas have remote start. Now, back to what I'm talking about. I've got 5 options, 5 lockable storage features. The first one, and this is one that everybody knows about, and it is the center console safe. I think this is probably the most popular one out there that I've seen. A lot of people have this. If you're not familiar with it, it goes right in the center console area, right there. You can have them with a keyed lock. You can have them with a kind of a push button thing. Who knows? Maybe you can even Bluetooth one to your phone these days. But the problem I have with this one is I like instant access. And I like this tray in here. You know, I can keep junk up here that I can just open the top and grab quickly. By the way, we added this too. That's pretty cool, but it's not lockable. But I like being able to just reach in here and grab stuff, even pull this out and grab stuff underneath without having to screw with unlocking something. So probably not an option for me, but a good option nonetheless. This next one, and this is one of the cool ones. I just came across this recently, and it is the Headrest actual safe. I mean, it's a lockable storage area, but what it is, it actually replaces your headrest, and then on the side over here, there's somewhere where you can unlock it, open it up, and there's storage inside the headrest. Now, it looks pretty much just like the regular headrest. It's still padded, still gives you that protection, all that good stuff. But you can store locked things right behind your head. Now, the downside of this, number 1, it's not cheap. And number 2, you're going to hear things rattling around behind your head if you go ahead and put something in there. And that might drive you nuts. I don't know. This one I also just saw recently, and it is a lockable license plate compartment. In other words, you would have a unit right there on the front, and of course, both the headrest and this one would have features so that you can't just take them off, right? I mean, on the headrest one, you'd think, well, gee, you can just pull the headrest out, walk away with your safe. No, it has a lockable feature there too. Same thing for the license plate one that I had seen. It's locked on there, so somebody can't just come up and unscrew the screws. You know, maybe they saw you put something in there and they've decided they're just going to take it off. But anyway, it's about yay thick. I mean, it's nothing huge, but big enough to be able to lock stuff in the license plate area behind the plate, hidden, and who's really going to think about that unless you're really aware of it, right? Not a lot of people, I don't think. This next one would involve a little bit of cutting, and probably the downside for this one. In the tailgate area, we used to have a cubby over here on the side. And if you have a late model, an older Tacoma, then you probably still have it. But there was a cubby over there. There is a product out there that kind of slips in and down and has a lock on the front. It replaces the cubby. Now, I can tell you from my experience, because I actually put a cubby in my 2020 Tacoma, there's plenty of room there if you want to cut the hole out and go ahead and insert it in. It would actually give you a locking feature, pretty stout too, by the way, where you could keep stuff locked up. Now, the other option back here, and I've done this before as well, you can actually take these knobs out, if you will, and you can put keyed locks in there. Now, is it easy to pop? Sure, it's just plastic. You could probably put a screwdriver in there, even if you had the cams in there that lock, and just pop this off. But it's all about deterrent, right? I mean, anybody who's looking to get in is probably going to get in no matter what you do. Next one, this one is behind the back seat, and it's actually, I believe, over on the passenger side. This one looks pretty cool, looks pretty promising, particularly since I already have something in the back seat behind the driver. But where this goes, let's see if we can get the seat down here, right in this area here. I believe right over here, and maybe it is for the right side because it looks to me like probably would go right in this area here or over behind the driver's side. We'll take a look there in just a second. But it bolts in there, and it also has a lock on it to keep people from getting in. Now, let's check the driver's side, because I think, now that I'm kind of remembering the picture of it, that it might actually go over here. So let's take a quick look in. We'll pull that up and pull the seat down, and yes, right in this area. It would fit right in here, and then you could lock stuff up. Now, for me, it might be a problem because I, of course, have added this panel back here, as you can see, obviously, to be able to hold stuff. But if you didn't have this, and I don't think many people do, there is a box, if you will, that, again, you screw or bolt in here and then put a lock on it. That's probably the one that I would like the most. For me, again, the problem is having this here. But that's out of the way. It doesn't really hinder anything else because other than maybe sticking some stuff down here, which you could put over there, who really uses that area for anything anyway? Now, there is a bonus one I'll mention, and those are locks for the compartments here in the back. You have a couple of options. I've seen a couple of boxes or compartments that you can put in here. You can also put a cam lock in here, just like in the back, that would have a lockable feature to it, and that you would need a key to be able to unlock this. Doesn't look to me like it'd be too difficult to do here. As I mentioned, I've done it in the back before, so nothing too complicated, and it would give you storage. However, I should say lock storage. You'd have to make sure that you do the same on the other side because, of course, when you open this up, you can reach through from the other side. Now, how many people are actually going to go to that extreme? I would think it would have to be somebody that probably knew you were holding something pretty darn valuable underneath the back seat. That's probably not one that I would go for anyway. My favorite is the one behind the rear passenger seat, as I mentioned. Anyway, those are just 6 Toyota Tacoma lockable areas or features that you can add to the truck to secure things. I've got to decide. I think I'm going to put 1, maybe 2 of them in, who knows. Maybe I'll go ahead and go for that center console safe. I haven't really decided. Leave a comment. Let me know if you've added any of these. Are they working out for you? And do you find that they're in the way? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Mod Driven, all about the Honda Civic, and RobMotive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? And while you're at it, smash the subscribe button here too. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.